Alright, while I was blowing it out, one of the air corrector jets from the secondary side popped up. Luckily it fell into the fuel bowl. That goes down in there. This one's an F50. So to get the other one out, I tried blowing air in there. It didn't work, so I got a small drill bit and kind of worked it back and forth to loosen up any corrosion that was causing it to stick. So managed to get that one out too. So I'm just going to blow air through there rather than trying to go get it all soaking wet again with the carb cleaner. And but anyway, that's how I got that out. This one is a it's nothing. Oh, there it is. F6. Wow. Alright, F6. So, mark that down there too. Alright, I'm going to try to, I got a little brass cut brush here, one of the cheap Harbor Freight Dremel tool kits kind of thing. I want to get down in here and try to get some of this stuff in here that will probably loosen up and start floating again once it gets soaked in gasoline again. So we'll see if we can get a little cleaner. Okay. That fans out pretty nice and cleans that all up pretty good. Paula got me this cordless Black & Decker Dremel, and man, I love that thing. It's actually cleaning the butterflies up down there pretty nice too. Wow. Muy bueno. Wow. A little more battery life, I can clean the whole thing up. Alright, perfect. It got all the little nooks and crannies down in there. Got all the stuff that I would worry about. Cleaned up a lot of the carbon inside. So I don't know how well any of this comes out on the video, but basically it's clean, ready to go back together. But as you heard, pizza's there. Alright, let's see if we can put some of this back together. Alright. It came out pretty nice with the glass beads, huh? I blew everything out good and hard, so I should probably try to blow it out with carb cleaner and stuff like that, but hey, I'm gonna live dangerously and see if it works. Anyway, we'll start putting some of the pieces back in here and see how far we get. Now there's new pieces in the kit here. Let's get that opened up. I don't really want to do a lot of just ripping and tearing trying to get it out. I don't want little pieces to go everywhere. Doesn't look like they would have. It's still in a sealed pouch here. So anyway, here's the instructions reference. You can dig through here and find out what's supposed to go where if you can't remember what I'm specifically looking for. Oh, nice, they give the throttle position, how to adjust and everything. Idle speed screw, 1.5 turns maximum. What I was looking for was a float measurement. Float setting, Redline recommends 3 pounds fuel pressure max. I should probably get a regulator for this thing. For aggressive off-road, 2 pounds fuel pressure. The plastic float height is 18 millimeters from the gasket to the top of the float. Do not depress ball and spring and needle valve. Then float drop is set at 1.5 of needle travel. Well, we don't have a plastic float. Might have to go look that up. Alright, let's see if we can get the float installed here, get the float adjusted. Anyway, the new float valve comes in the little plastic holder here. It's 2 pieces. You have the needle with the seat. You don't want to cram that in there and damage that seat. We're going to set that aside for a second. The other piece is the brass. This is the seat, the other one's the needle. Anyway, there should be a gasket down underneath there. And it measures up pretty much identical to the old one, so let's see if we can do this without having to do it 45 times. Alright, got it started, get it threaded in there. 6-sided socket. Want to crush that seal just a little bit there. We don't want fuel leaking in there because it won't be able to shut off and it'll overfill the float. You know, this is going to be sitting here like this. Fuel's coming in here, should go through the little filter that I don't have. It'll come out here. This piece will get pushed up in there to stop it by the floats. That's why you can't have more than 3 psi. I'm definitely going to have to get a regulator. So let's put the needle in there, hook the tab on the spring there. We're going to put the pivot right in there. Now I had to look this up. It's in some paperwork I printed from Dime Quarterly years ago on tuning a Weber. My paperwork, the new paperwork that came with this, did not list the measurement for the brass floats. Only listed it for the plastic. So the brass floats are listed at 41 millimeters, the plastic at 35. Anyway, that's from the surface. Is it with the gasket on? No, it doesn't say anything about having the gasket on, so we'll be maybe we'll be less than a millimeter off if it was supposed to have the gasket. So it says 41 millimeters. So what we're looking at here is from this mounting surface here, and they say to hold it vertically. I don't think it's really going to change the weight. Some of the they don't want it to compress that ball. There's a spring and a ball in there to absorb some of the pressure, some of the sudden changes and that stuff, so that it doesn't damage the that tip on the needle. Anyway, so what they don't want is it to go here and then it gets adjusted a little too much, and then the float level's low. So we're going to put it on there. what I'm doing is I'm sighting down to see about where it is, and it's pretty darn close to 45 millimeters. So let's block the camera for a second. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift it up a hair, and I want to squeeze the tab a little bit closer to the crossbar there. I don't want to just push the floats down. I'm going to damage that needle in there. So we're going to hold it vertically. We're going to line it up again. I'm down closer to 42 or so. Kind of hard to get the angle on it there with the camera. So let's see here. I can't see. And I only moved it about a millimeter, maybe 2. So let's do that again. And it doesn't take a great deal because we're measuring a lot further out. Okay, I think I'm roughly. God, I hope I can see. Still nowhere near it. Okay, I'm around 42. We're getting closer. Oh, 41. That's pretty. Yep, I like that. Okay, so now when I did this, I'm going to take it back apart. You can leave the little piece on there if you want. I didn't have the other valve in here just to make sure that it was easier for me to get in there and bend the tabs and that stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in. I'll put the floats back in. I'll set the gasket on it, and I'm just going to set it aside for right now and move on to the bottom.